Hi, this is Sweet June coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. I don't know if you guys heard about this young man named Christian Abaselli, if I'm if I'm pronouncing his name right. I think he was a Jamaican young man living here in the United States. He got killed by his girlfriend in a Miami condo last week. They're trying to, it's an ongoing investigation, and they're trying to find out if it was a domestic situation or she it was she killed him in the midst of a heated argument. We don't know. Um, they said they got calls. Before that they had several calls. You know, so maybe it was a toxic relationship. I don't know. His girlfriend was white, um, and it's just a lot of things about this story that's not adding up to me because it said she I think she stabbed him in the shoulder, but it's like, did she let him bleed out? I don't know the whole story, but a lot of people don't understand why she hasn't been arrested, why she hasn't been taken into custody. Why isn't she a suspect? She stabbed him, so of course she's a suspect. People don't understand why she's not in jail. What my thought is that see, this is the problem with she's a OnlyFans. The girlfriend was an OnlyFans model. She's very pretty, white female, OnlyFans model. And this is what my concern is. My concern is that she's she is going to go in and say that, well, he was abusing me and I killed him in self-defense, and he was going to kill me, and so I killed him in self-defense or whatever. Go in there and cry and everything, and they're not going to give her much time, and she's not going to get much time. You know how everybody knows how that goes. Because there's a lot of women that's sitting in prison because they killed their husbands or their boyfriends in self-defense, but they're still sitting in prison. They still got arrested. So my concern is that she is not going to get much time. She's a young, attractive white female. I don't think she's going to get, a lot of people is thinking that she's not going to get much time for this. Um, we don't know, you know, we don't know if it was this, they got into a heated argument and she was upset, or uh, it was self-defense. Um, my heart, prayers and condolences go out to the family. Um, he was young too. He was a young man. A lot of that's one thing. Um, a lot of black women are saying that he was bashing. They showed tweets of him on Twitter bashing black women online. Saying how he didn't, just saying some bad things about, disparaging things about black women. So a lot of black women, or the divester community, is saying that this is not their fight. They're not going to go up to bat for him, and because his preference was white females, but not only that, he bashed black females. Um, but this is a young man that had a mother, a father. He had sisters. Um, this is sad and tragic for his loved ones, you know, because he was only in his 20s. I think he was a young man. Um, this is what my thoughts are on that. As far as that, you know, black men, they have a lot of black men. Now, I'm not going to say all. A lot of black men have the tendency to date women of other races, and they bash black women. Instead of just, if that's your precious preference, if that's what you like what you like. But why do you have to bash your own women, um, and publicly bash them at that? Um, and they have the tendency to think that the other race is superior. Now, there's a lot of factors involved as to why black men feel that way. He wasn't from here though. I think he was from Jamaica. He wasn't born here. But it's a lot of it's a reason why they have that mindset is because a lot of them had that mindset is, he could have been Americanized. I don't know how long he lived here, but he could have been Americanized and got caught up in the media's brainwashing, because I do believe the media plays a big role in the brainwashing of black people. Um, and it depends on how long he's been here. He probably got caught up in that propaganda, and to thinking that um, white women are superior over black women. Um, but he still was having issues in the relationship with this woman that he was having with this woman. And so my thoughts are what I've always said in my other videos, that at the end of the day, a woman is a woman. I think people need to be judged by the content of their character and not be judged by, sometimes we think the grass is greener. I know I used to work with a lady. She used to say the grass is greener on the other side, and then you go on the other side, and that has to be mowed. So people had a tendency to think that the grass is greener on the other side. And then when you get to the other side, you got issues over there. So people are not better, and I've said this time and time again in several videos. People are not better or worse because of their race. A race of a person has nothing to do with their character, their personality and their character, and all that kind of stuff. You have to judge, when it comes down to it, you have to judge people by the content of their character. And if he was having a toxic relationship with this woman, then they should have went their own separate ways, instead of trying to continue the relationship, because that's not healthy. So it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I think this is a lot of black women are upset because they say he bashed black women, and they show tweets of him saying some disparaging things about black women. And so and then he gets in this altercation with his white girlfriend and gets murdered by her. So the bottom line is that black men need to learn to stop putting all black women in the same box, painting all black women with the same brush, and start looking at the content of the character of the woman. And the same goes for black women because I know we got this divestment thing. This divestment doesn't always mean date out your race. Sometimes it just means just doing you. But same goes for black women, because you're hearing stories about white men killing black women. Now, statistically, they're doing it at a much lower rate, but it's still happening. So we can't think that people are better because of their race. You really have to vet people. At the end of the day, you have to vet people and get to know this person and get to know their character, and then see how you vibe with this person. If you're not vibing with this person and y'all falling out, no, I don't care what race they is, y'all need to part ways. If y'all relationship is toxic and you not vibing with this person, then y'all need to just part ways. I don't care if the person is green. If you're not vibing with this person and the situation is toxic, then you need to part ways. Doesn't make sense to stay in something that's toxic. So I just hope that black men realize, and black women realize, that just because you go to the other side doesn't mean that things are going to be better. It depends on the person. It depends on the person. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. If it's a green person, if I see a green person, I'm gonna be like, see, I'm gonna say, I'm leery until I get to know you, and trust is something that has to be earned, regardless of whether you black, white, or whatever. So people just need to just look at the content of the character, and take the time to vet the person, and don't, if you do go outside the race, don't bash your own. Because now black women are upset and saying that this is not our fight. We're not going to go up to bat for him because he didn't like black women. Yeah, but he still had loved ones. I understand that. Nobody's saying you got to go out and march for the guy and do all that. But at least have the respect for the fact that he did have loved ones. He had a mother. And his loved ones are distraught and they want justice. And in this situation, they may not get justice. And that's sad, because that could be your family member. That could be your brother, your son. And it could be the same scenario where they dated out and got killed, and the woman he don't get justice or whatever. So that, who's to say that won't be your family member? So we need to think about that as black women. We need to think about that, not get so caught up in our emotions and how we feel about the situation, but look at it from the standpoint, well, this man is not getting justice. Well, that might set a precedent for, a lot of black men don't get justice, and that could be somebody in your family that it could be the same thing. It could happen and they might not get justice. It speaks volumes about our justice system in this country. And the privilege, and it speaks volumes about the justice, how the playing field is not level in the justice system when it comes to white and black people, and that's what you need to be looking at. And so, that it's sad that this man, they may not get all the answers. So she go in there, she could spin that thing any way she want to spin it. She can go in that courtroom and say, yeah, I was being abused, go to crying and everything. And if she goes to the Kyle Rittenhouse School, if she went to the Kyle Rittenhouse School of Acting, well, she really can lay on those tears thick. So she can go in court and lay it on thick and spin that thing any way she want to spin it, and they may let her off the hook. It seems like they're already letting her off the hook. So that's something to think about. What can affect one black person, it can affect us all. Okay, hit me up in the comment section what you think, what your thoughts are on this case. If you heard about, sure you heard about it because it's all over YouTube and it's made national news. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. There's something to think about. Remember, people are not good or bad because of their race. And if you date out, whether you black man, black woman, or whatever, you need to vet. It don't matter who they is. Okay, hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And until the next video, I'm going to finish my walk. Be blessed.